Once again, we found ourselves at the docks for another special surprise. Let's get in there. So, this is the container, and I've got the key to what's inside. Only 40 produced for the whole world in both left-hand drive and right-hand drive. Only 4 in right-hand drive. This one is a true one-of-one, the best optioned up version. Presenting to you the Gunpert Apollo S. Here it is in all its glory. Only 40 were made. This thing, only 4 in right-hand drive, and this is a true one-of-one, the only one with 850 horsepower. This exact car was used to build as a test bed the Apollo IE. So it's got the same gearbox in it as the Apollo IE, the only Apollo with the paddle shift gearbox that's exactly the same, with the heightened up power from the 4.2 litre twin turbo V8, 850 horsepower, and it only weighs 2,200 pounds. This thing is a lightweight. Gumpert have told us it does 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds or less. When these first came out, it was a Nürburgring track killer. They held the record at 7 minutes and 11 seconds at the Nürburgring for a few years. And on the Top Gear track, it held the record for 3 years, unbroken. The Apollo, guys, Australia's latest hypercar. Complete carbon fiber monocoque. Let's get it out. So, it's finally outside, the Apollo. Check it out, in black. It's stealth. You know what? Under this sunlight, a bit of glare, you can see the full carbon weave on the full body of the car. Every panel has the carbon fiber weave. This thing is just a race beast only. It's a race car for the streets. I can't believe it. Center locks, blue on this side, red on the other side, so you can differentiate between the left and the right, like a Carrera GT. Huge brakes up front. It's got gull-wing doors. Seriously, gull-wing doors. That is cool. Straps to pull that down. The cabin inside is a bit squishy. But hey, I still fit in it, so I'm okay. I still have some headroom, but we'll jump into that later. The engine is at the back, so it's an Audi-derived engine because Gumpert himself was the head of Audi Sport, so he was the executive in charge of that division. They tasked him to make a one-off special car, so he decided to make this, but then he branded it under his own brand and under his own name. So, because of his Audi connection, he managed to build it with a custom 4.2 turbo from Audi themselves, which is quite sweet. So you want to talk about reliability and stuff, you could buy these cars in 650 horsepower, 700 horsepower, then 750 horsepower. My one is 850 horsepower, insane amount of horsepower. It's the only one in the whole world with the 850 horsepower option, and the only one with the sequential gearbox in a right-hand drive. Perfection at its finest. But this car is going to be registered here in Sydney, New South Wales, driven on the streets. And now over to the interior. We've got a mixture of leather and Alcantara and a carbon fiber monocoque. So this car weighs very, very low weight car actually. 2,200 pounds, pretty light. But we've got a small steering wheel that also comes off like a race car, leather on the dashboard. Everything is just carbon, leather and Alcantara, nothing else. Like a Ferrari, the seats are fixed into the monocoque. So you can't adjust the seats, but you can adjust the steering wheel and the steering column as well. That's about it. You don't need any more luxuries in a car like this. Now it's time for the next episode when we put this to a road test review and see people's reactions on the street of Sydney. Thanks for watching, guys. See you at the next episode. Cheers.